Hi, today I'm reviewing the Morphe 3502 Second Nature eyeshadow palette. Really quick, I just want to say I purchase these products with my own money, so you know you can trust my opinion is what I honestly believe. And if you want to help support the channel, click on the Amazon link below before you make your purchase. So this is an eyeshadow palette from Morphe. They do a great job with their eyeshadow palettes and also do a great job making them affordable. So this is a nice 35 pan eyeshadow palette and it sells for $23. And I'm wearing a couple of the colors right now, but they've got some amazing reds and oranges in this palette. And the nice thing is they've got a good array of colors that you can use as a powder eyeliner. I use this lightest color up here on my brow bone, which is just barely light enough to make it work for me. But definitely use some of these for powder eyeliner and then some of these for some lid colors. It's a nice variety of mattes and shimmers and some very bold, beautiful colors. But I wasn't going to pick this eyeshadow palette up until I saw the gal at Ulta was wearing it, and she was wearing some of the reds and oranges, and she just made that look spectacular. And it looked great with her complexion too. She had darker hair and a little bit darker skin tone, and some of those reds looked amazing on her. On me, they're okay, but on her, they just looked beautiful. So had to pick this up when I saw that, and I'm very happy that I did. So let me go over my review, and then I'll give you swatches of all of these colors. And sometimes it's no easy feat because there's a lot of colors here. So my first criteria is packaging, and they've done a great job with the packaging. It's not the easiest to travel with just because of the width of the palette, because there's so many colors. But if you're an artist, I think this is a great option, and it's pretty sleek overall. So if you're traveling or if you're a makeup artist, it fits in nicely. Nothing unnecessary, very simple. So number 2 is alcohol, and there's no alcohol in this. Number 3 is fragrance, and there is no fragrance in this palette. Number 4 is the manufacturing location, and this is manufactured in China. China. Which probably is how they can make it so affordable. So I did give it a thumb down on that criteria. I'm a bigger fan if it's made somewhere else, like the US or London or anywhere else, but China just sometimes has a higher likelihood of the possibility of some contaminants getting in the packaging. Not that I'm saying there are any contaminants in this. There's probably not. There's just a higher likelihood. So, and sometimes the quality is better having it manufactured elsewhere. Number 5 is ease of use, and this is very easy to use. The colors are all very buildable, very blendable, last all day without any creasing. So definitely give it a thumb up there. And then number 6 is antioxidants and pigmentation, and I gave it a thumb up there. These are highly pigmented, and I used this red the other day, and it was so pigmented, and I didn't use an eyeshadow primer that day, which I should have, but I got a little bit of a stain on my eyelids, which lasted about a day. So be a little bit careful there, but that's just how pigmented they are. So number 7 is animal testing, and as far as everything I found, Morphe is cruelty-free. Number 8 is performance, and these perform great. They last all day. They're so easy to build and blend. Definitely give it a thumb up there. Number 9 is the price, and these are very affordable for 35 different colors. The price is amazing. So, and then number 10 is the it factor, and I gave it a thumb up there. These are some very beautiful colors. So let me give you guys some swatches here, and you can decide if you need to pick this up or not. I'm using my Lottie London brush. I love this brush, but I'm having a hard time finding where I can purchase these other than Ulta. I found them on Ulta, but the wait list, I've been on the wait list for months, and they're not back in stock. So if you have any tips on where else to find these, let me know, because I just love this brush. So anyway, let me give you guys some swatches here. So overall, you can tell this palette is highly pigmented. Some of my favorite colors are right in this row, the bright orange, the bright red, and then the shimmery red. Absolutely beautiful. Then they've got just some solid black colors and darker browns that you can use very easily on your lash line. Then you can use the other colors on your eyelid, and then a couple of the lighter ones you can definitely use on your brow bone. Super pigmented. I bet my arm will be stained like this for a couple days after swatching them because they're just that pigmented, but they're so easy to work with, and you can tell that there's like no fallout. Look at that pan. There's like little to no fallout. Super easy to blend. Love it. Love this palette. I can't get enough of it. My only thing is I wish I could travel with it a little bit easier, but love it overall. So definitely worth picking up if you haven't already, and check out Ulta. And they always have 20% off sales, so check that out too. So anyway, this overall on my scale, my Sarah score, it gets 9 out of 10. The only ding it got was for the manufacturing location in China, but otherwise everything else with this is it's awesome. So I've got $100 palettes, $150 palettes that don't rival this. So anyway, so I'm interested if you guys have had a chance to check this out yet or not, or any of the other Morphe palettes. Which ones have you checked out, and how have you liked them? So leave a comment. I love hearing from you guys. Feel free to subscribe if you're not already. I come with at least one new review every day. And check out nobsbeauty.net. Thank you so much, guys. Hi, this is Sarah from No BS Beauty, and I'm proud to offer you one of my first products. And it is a stainless steel makeup palette, and I've been using ones like these for quite a while, and it makes it a lot easier to mix kind of custom foundation shades, custom serums, custom lip colors. You need something like this in your makeup routine to make things a lot easier. And all the profits from it will go to help the channel, which I'm independent and I purchase all the products with my own money. So definitely all of the profits will go so I can continue to bring you good reviews. But, you know, things I like to use are retinol. Retinol is definitely a good thing to use. But sometimes some of them can be a little too strong. So sometimes I like to mix them with other serums. So I'll use this to kind of custom make my retinol at night. So it's a little bit less irritating when you mix it in with something else. Or another thing you can do is mix in a vitamin C. Some of these can be a little oily or greasy, so sometimes it's nice to be able to mix it in with another serum. So I like to use the Clinique one, and I'll mix this in just a little bit because otherwise sometimes it can be a little too oily. And I'll mix it in, and in the morning I'll apply it all over my face before sunscreen. And another good vitamin C serum I like is the Dermadoctor one, but sometimes using the dropper with that can be a little messy, so sometimes I just like to mix just a little bit in with another serum. I love the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Serum, definitely a holy grail of mine. And I like to mix that in with it as well. Or sometimes before I go to bed, if I've got something else going on the next day, I like to mix in a little bit of tanner, self-tanner, but sometimes if you use it alone, it can get a little too orange or a little too dark. So sometimes mixing that in with another serum makes it definitely a lot better and a lot more moisturizing for your skin as well. So definitely something you can use in your serums, or your kind of custom make your own skincare routine by using that and mixing up all these products. So definitely something worth considering there. And I also like to use it to mix in some of my custom foundations. So let me show you that too. Another thing I've been using this palette for is mixing and kind of customizing my own foundation. You can almost create a specific color if you have certain foundations that don't mesh well with your skin tone or even your skin texture. You can almost create your own custom foundation. One foundation I love is the Bare Minerals Bare Pro. However, sometimes I can find it to be a little too drying and almost kind of giving you more of a matte finish. So sometimes I'll mix in a little bit of the Josie Mara and Argan Moonstone drops with it, and then use it. And it kind of helps kind of lessen the color and kind of give it a little bit more of a glowy look. Another thing I like to use is mixing in sometimes with oil with a foundation, and sometimes that gives you more of a dewy look. So sometimes I'll mix that in with the Dr. Jart, and it helps give you a little bit more of a glow to it. So sometimes mix in just a little bit in. And you definitely want to be careful with what you're mixing, just to make sure that the ingredients are compatible, because certain types of foundations don't work well with certain types of other ingredients, but something to consider, definitely. But you can almost create your own custom look. I love this, but sometimes I feel like I need a little bit of a glow to it, so I'll mix in some of my NYX Born to Glow Illuminator with it. So you can definitely do that. Also, Cover FX makes a great, they're custom cover drops, but you can use these to alter the color of any foundation. So this is great to mix that with. Just give it a couple drops there. And then mix that in with another foundation to make it either lighter or darker. The Ordinary Serum Foundation is great, but I found it difficult to get the exact color, so sometimes mixing the other colors works well. Cover FX also has these new glitter drops, so sometimes it's nice to be able to use this to mix in with either a foundation or just to put it on this, and then you can use a brush to either dip it in and apply it as eyeshadow, or dip it in and apply it onto lips as kind of a lipstick cover. So there's definitely some great options, and definitely love some of Cover FX's custom enhancer drops, but you can use this to mix it in with almost any different type of foundation and add a little bit of color here and there. But definitely using this, and if you use a sponge or a beauty blender, you can get that damp and then just use this to dip it in and apply it. It makes it a heck of a lot easier than trying to do it in your hand, or I don't know where else you would even, maybe the lid of another product, but this definitely makes all of that a heck of a lot easier. So it's definitely something worth picking up. And all of the profits from the sales of this palette will go to support my independent reviews. I purchase all the products myself just so I can give you an honest opinion, as opposed to somebody that gets the products for free to review. I personally like to purchase them so I can give you my completely objective review without having to feel like I owe a company anything because they gave me something free. So all the profits will go to help support those reviews.